Hello everybody, this is Kristy. Today I want to show you a new project that Sally from dottybeevintage is doing on YouTube, and she has an Instagram page, and also you can follow her on her Slowstitching page, dottybeevintage, on Facebook. And this is the start of the new project. So it's called Grimoire of Slow Spells and Mindful Magic. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correct. And I decided to cut out the stars in some lovely purpley woolen blanket, I think this is. It's not felt, it's from the like a woolen remnants place where they sell all their offcuts for their blankets. I can't remember where it is in New South Wales at the moment. And what I did was I also got my gold threads, and I just tried a little bit of stitching here with this particular thread. I had other threads. This one here Sally gave me, but I don't think it's quite, I don't know if I think it's a bit too bright. So I haven't done anything with that one. And then I've got this one here, which I don't particularly like either. I mean, for the piece of work. So I have this. So I cut some off and did a bit of stitching on it. It actually stitched quite well, but it is obviously, what's that? Is it acrylic? I don't know if it's, I don't know what it's, polyester, viscose and polyester, sorry. That's what it is. So it's whether I decide to do stitching back stitch or whether I just do some couching. I haven't figured it out yet. I might just do a bit of couching on this side, like that, and see how we go. I'll just get that one back again. Even though this is brighter, it's a lot thicker, isn't it? And you can actually see where it's going. Maybe I might give this a go with some couching. I do have another, oh, there it is. I thought I had something else. And I had this very fine gold thread, but I think that's too fine, even if I double it up. But I could couch this, down, this one down, I'm getting confused. Couch this one down with this, possibly, and I'll see how that goes. So that's what I want to do, gold all the way around. And I've got some copper thread, well, it looks like copper wire thread. I don't know where I got it from. I don't know. So sorry about the dog. They're just having a play. They've just had their dinner. And I was going to put that up here. And then I was going to possibly, I don't know, I might do maybe Magick with this one. I haven't used it yet. Obviously I've still got the plastic on. Wish they'd change that. I don't know where the ends of this is. Yes, somebody's playing. I don't know how you find the end for this. Maybe I'll just, I think it's that there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think I like that. I like this. And then I've got this here as well. I think I could possibly double that up and do that. So do a bit of mixture of threads for the piece of work that I want to do. Sorry, I feel a bit slow in doing this because I'm actually not sure what I'm doing. And I've got this purple thread, and I'm going to just stitch these down with this. I could possibly I could stitch this purple in the words as well. So I'll do a little bit and of stitching. How about we take my thread out of here. Oh, somebody's been a grumbly bum. I don't think you can sew through the fabric with this. Let me have a look. I don't actually know. I don't think I've got a wider, I've got this one here. Oh. I don't think it's going to go, I don't. This is a blunt end. I should have realised that at the beginning, but I didn't. And I don't have my other needles. This one is a bit thick. Let's try and thread this through. Oh, there we go. Might have some luck now that I've got that through the eye of the needle. But that doesn't mean I'm going to get it through the fabric, does it? I do have, oh, there's my thing I was looking for. Little tweezers. Once you start the beginning of the what do you call it, the threading of the couching, I think you just got to pull up some thread funny enough, I actually think I like this. I think. Or, where is my, let's get a needle and pull this one up. Do have to be careful with this because they start to fray and they can be a bit of a bugger. And undoing back stitch sometimes is a pain in the neck as well. I think I like this. It is a lot brighter, isn't it, than that one there. This one blends into the back of the fabric. I've lost my, there it is, little thread. Now I'm not going to chop it off. Well, I have to use it anyway, don't I? So I probably will have to chop it. It's a very, very fine piece of gold. So I'm hoping can thread it through. There we go. I forgot to ask how everybody is. How are you all? Hope you're going to follow along with this project. I was a little bit unsure of what, I've never heard of the word Grimoire. We don't do Halloween in our family, but Australia's not very huge on Halloween like it is in the UK. You do get your people celebrating, but I don't think it's a big thing. Nobody in our suburb, I don't do trick or treat. I never have done. But that's obviously personal choice. So I'm just stitching down. I don't know if you can see. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. Oh, it's not really focusing that. Oh, it's not focusing that well. I might have to bring you down and adjust the camera. No, it doesn't want to do very well. It doesn't want to focus very well, does it? So you can just see my stitches through there. Oops, just through there. That's a bit strange that it doesn't want to focus. It's good to try new things when you're a little bit unsure of what to do and actually try it out. Now I've got wires. I've got two bits going on under here, so I do have to be careful I don't get them all mixed up. Just like that. My head's probably got in the way, as normal. All right, I'm going to leave it here because I've got myself in a bit of a tangle, and I'll sort that out and try and sort out the focusing on the camera. Oh, there we go. All right, I'll be back. Hopefully I can get this camera to focus. I've had a bit of time to think. Now, it says really white on the video, but it's actually a little bit tanned, like tea stained. So I went searching in my other room where my fabrics are, and I decided to find some purplish type fabrics. So I was able to find this. So this feels like a little bit of spell type fabric. It's got a green, but that's okay. It's got purple in it, and it's got the lovely goldy, rusty type colour. So I've put this one down, and I actually quite like it. So I wanted to show you what I was doing. So I've traced off the what's it called? Yeah, you know what it is. Anyway, the picture. And so I'm just about to trace on this other one, and it does actually trace on the fabric not too bad. So I can just see the tracing line, so I'm just going to go over it in my friction marker. And I've just realised I didn't do the second line, so that just comes sort of down into there, and then I will cut it out as the shape as best I can, and I might be able to use that one as well. I'm not going to have too many. I think my other scissors will work better. Just trying to get a little bit of shape at the bottom. Right, now where did I do that one? I did that one up here. It's a bit long. I will cut off a little bit of the... I think I had to fit that in. When I traced across the top, I had to fit the stars in and squish that in. So I'm just cutting off a little bit of the pattern and coming in to shape it. I'm not sure what's wrong with me today. I keep zoning out. Maybe because I'm a bit out of sorts with videoing, maybe. I haven't done as many videos as I'd like. It's because I've just had a busy life at the moment. Right, so that one's not shaping very well. Wrong scissors. You want it to hook in and then come out. And I think I've got my ears on the dinner. Right. Ow. Now let's see how this book is going to go. It's going down there. Still a little bit too long, isn't it? Unless I do it this way. Didn't really work. That's all right. I'll do another one. I've got plenty of fabric. I'll just draw it on. let's see how this worked now. Much better, but I could probably still come in and, picking up the wrong scissors, cut a little bit more off this side. Try and go round, make that round. I'm just going to shake the bits off. Oh no, I can't. I'll just shake it off and put it on the floor. Okay, so let's see if I can put this one here. Don't forget, I'm going to have some, did I get it right? Maybe not. That's better. I think I'm going to do gold over that. Whether it be this one, I could do 2 threads of this one, or no, that's the thin one, or this one here. Maybe this one, actually this one looks really good on that, doesn't it? I'll have to do all of it like that. I really like that. So what I'll do is I'll go away, I will do this one and do that one in this particular gold and see what happens. Maybe I will continue on with, you can't see, with this one at the bottom with the gold, and then do this one up here with the gold as an experiment. I definitely want to do this up here with the copper. I don't know, it's just the copper's just, I think it's the shininess of it all. Maybe, I don't know, I quite like it. So I will come away, I'll come back with these 2 done and possibly, and that one as well. And then we can discuss what it looks like. What I've decided to do is make some more of these beautiful little swirls that Sally has put on her pattern. And so I've cut them out and I'm about ready to re-stitch them. But I've just lost my needle and I couldn't find it, so I have it now. I'll explain what I've done here. I stitched with this cotton over the words, and then I just whip stitched over the top of the back stitch with this colour cotton thread. It's a bit metallic, it's actually copper wire colour. And so I don't know if you can see that. It's got red, but then it's got a bit of copper in it as well. And what I like about this, even though I don't like the plastic, you can pull that apart, sit that in here. And then close it up and it holds the thread. I don't know where I got this from, I really can't remember. But I do like the colour. So all I'm doing along here is a back stitch. Now my back stitches aren't precise, and sometimes for some reason they just get a little bit bigger than the one before, but that I'm not worried about that. So today is Wednesday. Like I said, there'll be a bit of chopping in the video with different days of me coming back and redoing this. So at the weekend, I'd gone down to Bunbury with my daughter Melissa. We had a great time, and I met the wonderful Christine at her stay house where they were, and we just had a wonderful day. On Monday, we stitched all day, and she helped me with my project, and we just chatted. And it was just like as if friends hadn't met for, I don't know, a few years, and we just were able to meet up. And yeah, it was just like long lost friends. it was such a wonder. So now I've got to meet my beautiful friend Sally and my lovely friend Christine. So that's just put the icing on the cake, really. And then I obviously have my beautiful friends here that live in Perth. And then I have my Melbourne friends, my Ballarat friends. So looking forward to catching up with them girls in November in Adelaide. So I'm just back stitching around the swirl. So I'll go to the end here. I'll see if I can focus. There we go. And you can just see the swirl there, and then I'll stop and then go along there wherever the line is, because the fabric is lovely, but it's a bit dark. It's darker on the camera than it is. I wonder if I can turn on my other light. I don't think that really makes any difference. There we go, see? I'll leave it on and see how it goes with the camera. Now that I've got all this in place and I sort of know what I'm doing, I'm hoping I've got my stitching mojo back. I don't know where it goes sometimes. It just disappears, and I don't know. I think maybe I'm just tired. I do have to check to see if my iron level's going well, because sometimes that drops quite low. And I really just don't feel like I have the energy just to pick up a needle. Mentally I do, but physically I don't. So on the back, that's what we get when we do this type of back stitching. And this morning I went to my local shop and I was able to find some gold DMC thread. Even though this is DMC, I really just wanted just a cotton thread. So I have managed to put all my colours of thread in the Kmart boxes, and I'm absolutely thrilled to bits, because I don't think I will use them as numbers anymore, and if I do, I can just go to them. If I wanted a pink, I'll just go to the pink and find the number. I'm also going to put them in colour order. They're in colours, but then I think I just want to put them in number order as well, just in case I decide I need a number. So this is the first prompt that I'm still working on with Sally from Dotty Bee. Right, so I'm just going to jump over here. I think I'll just jump there, that will do. And let's go and do some back stitch. I do think my wash machine has finished. Now that's moved, which is a bit of a bummer. So I'm hoping it won't show underneath, because this is just an iron-on. And it's sort of made its own straight line. While we were sitting there stitching together, Christine and I first got there and I went on the balcony overlooking Bunbury and the ocean, and I looked down and, before actually I looked down, I heard this noise and I knew it was a blue wren, and I looked down and there it was in the bush, and I just felt like that that was meant to be. I love blue wrens. They're my favourite bird. And just the fact that the three of us, Sally, myself and Christine, love the bluebirds as a symbol, that just came to us, came to me, and was saying that everything's going to be all right and I'm going to have a lovely time. Now it's starting to split there, so what I'm going to do is pull it through and just tie it off. I know you can split them, but it's a bit hard to do. It's not the sort of thing I wanted to do for this type of backstitch. I want it to be like a full colour of gold. And maybe I might, you know what, I might just keep that because it's long enough to just put little flecks of gold in something. So I'm going to find one of my teacups, which is here, and I'm just going to pop that in there like that. Actually, I've got another one here, and this was full of a lovely bangle, but I've taken the black ribbon out of it. Look at all those. Isn't that lovely? So I put it in there for now. Now you don't want this too long because it was happening. The threads do split, but apparently you can put some wax on it, and I do have it, but at the moment I don't know where it is. It could be anywhere, and I'm not looking for it because I really need to get on and finish off the first page, because I have an idea for the second page. Nice and sunny here today. We had cool weather yesterday. It was overcast, but it's still getting cold nights. And this is October, so it's very, very weird. Right, so that one's done. It didn't take much to go to there, so all I do is just go under here and make a bit of a knot, and then I actually do another one just in case, only because it's metallic thread and you don't want it to come undone, and I do leave a bit of a tail. I've got stars here made out of wool. I think I showed you that in the beginning of this video. So I'm just going to make another knot, and you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you my stitching here and think about what I'm going to do here. Now I've also got this here. And what else did I have? Oh, my purple yarn. So I think I'm going to do purple there. Now Sally was talking about a double back stitch. Now I've never heard of a double back stitch, so I think it might be time that I have a go at that. I think I'll just use 2 strands for now. And find my... Now I'm going to leave that thread on there, not thread, my needle on there for that one. And maybe I'll just use this one here. Or I'll find I really need a long one. I'm not very good at short needles. There we go, look at that. I find they don't sit in my hand very well. Now this page is going to be the front of my book, which is, you know, sitting there ready to go, so I can't put it on there until I finished this page. So let's get out of this and start here. I'm going to go round and then come out and then go back down and around. Oh, and don't stab yourself. I thought about putting it in a hoop, but I don't want to mess up the thread on that because it is metallic. So if you'd like to start this type of project and you're watching for the first time, please head over to dottybeevintage on YouTube. Her Instagram page is dottybeevintage and her Facebook is Slowstitching. It's just, you know, when you know, but then when you know somebody's page, but then when you actually tell people, I find it dottybeevintage on Instagram. I knew it was that. I thought I had it wrong, and I didn't want to say the wrong name. Just having a drink of lemon and ginger. Not too bad, because my throat's a bit dry, and I've had Chinese for dinner because it was our friend's birthday, and I did not wake up very well this morning, and I have a feeling it might be the Chinese. I've been feeling a bit queasy all day, which is really unusual. I'm not too sure how I actually do this double back stitch. Stitch this back on and let's have another go. I won't take too much of your time because it's just me stitching the letters. And I've got to figure out how Sally did that double back stitch. I like these long needles, I think. Maybe that double back stitch is Sally's own interpretation of double back stitch. I didn't even know it was a thing. And you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just doing back stitch of the F. So I've collected some other things for the second page, which is something to do with words, finding a word that is something that you like with, suppose, stitching, and then you've got to spell it out in letters and then draw a box with numbers in it or letters in it, and it becomes a weird shape, and then you stitch that out and put that on a page. So I've got an idea of what mine's going to be. So I will do that in the next video. So I'll probably just stop here and show you what I need to do next. So that's going to be the word of slow spells and mindful magic. That's done with a friction pen, so that will just iron off completely. And I've got a few other little bits and pieces, and I'll come, once I've done all the writing, I will come back. Oh, you can't see. I will come back and show you what I'm going to add just in these little corners. All right? I'm here to give you an update of my Grimoire of slow spells and mindful magic. So I'll tell you what I'm up to. I've had a few days to think, and I've been away, and all sorts of things are happening at home. I just had to do that for a minute. Oh, maybe I have to do this side here too. I thought I had the corners all sorted, but obviously I didn't. So let me just sort them out before I tell you what I'm doing. I can go over there. It's just one of my needles. Let's move that out the way and show you what I've put in. I've done the stars around. Now I've copied Sally's picture that she's given everybody. And if you want this, then you go and get it from her Facebook group under her PDF file. And she said she did hers 6x9, but this works out to be a little bit different. I just printed it out. And so mine's 8.5 by 8.25. So I'll tell you what I did. I got some fabric, and I probably showed you in my other video, and then I just got some gold, and I used this gold thread from DMC Diamond Grand or something or other, and then just different coloured threads. This one was for there. The gold, I had to purchase that one because I hadn't had that. That's a different, I used black just to hold that down, and then I used this purple for that particular one there. And then I did some threads in the stars that was just left over from, you know, when we cut the gold out of here. And it splits into three. Sorry about my hands. They look terrible, I know. But I'll tell you what happened. I was carrying my saucer and I dropped it. And it cracked. It shattered on the floor. So it didn't break the saucer. And I thought, well, I wonder if I can just glue that back together. So I did. So my poor cup has got all bits and cracks in it, and then I just glued it together. And it reminded me about, it made me think about life. Life can have cracks in it, and sometimes you can glue it back together and it works perfectly. And sometimes life doesn't, but you just have to do your best. Okay, so, and then when I was with Stitching with Christine, I had a Suffolk puff from Sally, and she said, oh, you should turn that into a cauldron. So, I heard something. I made a little, I don't know if it's a handle, but I halved the Suffolk puff. I don't think you can put anything in there. And I just stitched it down on the back. And over here, I'm thinking of doing a broomstick with sort of possibly some gold through it and some brown. So I got out my threads, and after a very long time I went to Kmart here in Australia, and I got these from the craft section there, and I decided to pull my finger out and sort my threads out in colours. Now these are all browns, greys and oranges and yellows, and I've done my other ones as well. But I still want to put them in sort of lighter colours at the beginning and gradually, you know. So I've done my best, but I've got some colour chart. I'm just getting it from the cupboard. This is my colour chart. So I'm going to copy this and then put, because my DMC threads have got numbers, I'm going to put them in order, and I think that will make me feel better too. So there we are, look. There's the browns and the greys. I don't know what they're, maybe that's going into the yellows. I don't really know. I thought that would be going into the browns, but anyway, so that's that. So I'm looking for a brown for my broom handle. And I don't want it too dark, and I think that that is the perfect colour. Let's just stick with that one, unless I go darker. What colour is a broom handle? It's not super dark, is it? No. I think that's the same as that one, actually. Let's just go with that. I tend to just... maybe that one. No, I think I like that, because... let's just go with that. I like that. Sometimes I got too many choices, and I'm best just to pick out the one that I like. So I'm loving my case with all my colours in it. I'm just going to use the 6 threads. I'm not worried about the size of thread, and I'm loving this big needle at the moment. I don't know what type of needle it is. I think it's a milliner's needle, but I'm loving it at the moment because all I've got to do, it's just great in my hand. And yes, I was gluing my cut back. That's what I was doing. And so now I've got super glue on my fingers, but that's so fine. That's all fine. So I just used my friction pen to make the broomstick and around here, but it's left, I don't know if this is a bit of pencil, so I'm going to have to find a rubber. I do have a pencil somewhere which has a rubber on the end, but I don't know where at this moment. So I'm just going to do stitching all the way down, just very rough stitching, nothing in particular. I'm not doing a particular stitch, I just want to do it rough because the broom handle's a bit rough and ready. The wood's a bit jagged and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I just want to do it. I don't want any thought put into it, to be honest. I think that's what sometimes I do. Sometimes I do that and I just never get the process of doing it. It takes too long to do and then I get put off with it. So I'm just following the line and then I'm just filling in the middle, and wherever the needle comes up I will just bring it back down again. And I'm really enjoying that process at the moment. I've got a bit of stuff there and it'll be from the wadding that I put. See, now that's looking really well. I don't even know if that's in the right sentence. It's looking like a good broom handle to me, because you are a little bit thin at the top and then you come thicker as you're coming down. I'm just trying to get the edge of the broomstick about right there. Yeah, so that fluff is just from the wadding. Lovely day today. I don't know if this is going to be a part 2 of my grimoire video or still on part 1. So whenever you see this, this is where it is. And it's a Saturday today. So lovely day, no rain. Don't think we'll get much rain now. Maybe we'll get a few showers in November. I need to come up in the middle just to split the broomstick handle, and I'll come down a little bit into the brushes or the bristles or whatever you call them, and I'll gather the stitch all the way into like a point. Now what I'm going to do is leave that there for now. So that's good. I like that little handle. And maybe I'll just keep this up here. I'm just going to tether it up here for now so it doesn't get caught while I try and figure out what I'm going to do with the broom handle. Because I want it a bit fluffy. So maybe I'll just put some gold into it. So I want a bit of a gold. Let's just chop that. And oh, now I've just dropped my needle. I've just dropped my needle. I'm going to have to stop the video because, you know what, I can't find it.